Hey, this is Matt Reisinger with Reisinger Homes. Welcome to my video blog dedicated to building science and fine craftsmanship. I want to give you 3 tips today on best practices for subfloors. There's no bigger headache for a builder than a callback on a subfloor issue, whether that's a squeak or your mom's china cabinet that rattles when your wife walks by. Those are the calls you do not want as a builder. So here's 3 quick tips for you. Number 1, use a good engineered joist. I'm a big fan of 2x4 floor trusses for my floors. That's what I use most of the time, and I just did a review recently on red built floor trusses. I'll link up here to that review that I did on those. Also a super flat, super stable, super floor. I really like those. So the foundation for your floor makes a big difference. The next thing you want to do is use a really high quality subflooring. I'm a big fan of Advantech. This house has 1 1/8" Advantech, which is kind of my standard I use in all my houses. It's a very heavy sheet of 4x8 plywood. I'm using that name generically, but basically this is an OSB product. It's engineered. It's got a very strong polyurethane adhesive with it, and I found that even with a good soaking a couple of times during the framing process, that this floor is super stable, super flat, and I've yet to get a single callback from squeaks on my client's house on the houses I've built, and I've been using this product now for about 7 or 8 years, so this is a really good product. Thirdly, I want to tell you about a subfloor adhesive that I just started using that I really like. This is by DAP, and they call it SmartBond. It looks like a foam can, and in fact, it is an all polyurethane based adhesive, so it goes on looking like foam. It falls flat and then turns into an all adhesive, no binder type product. Very interesting product. I've really liked it. I've used it on my last couple of houses and it's been fantastic. I did a test recently where I compared that to the traditional adhesive. I'll link that over here somewhere so you can see that test that we performed. It's about 3 times stronger on the pull off, but the things that I actually like about it more than just pull off strength are the ability to go a long time on one can. They tell you that there's about an 8-to-1 ratio between the old cans and 1 can of this. I found that to be a little bit stretching it. It was really more like 5 or 6 cans of this. So ultimately, even though this is a lot more expensive than a traditional quart tube of adhesive, it really is going to should be a savings in the long run, or at least an even wash at a minimum. But the other thing I like about a product like this is if you're doing the first 2 things, using an engineered joist like I'm talking about here, using 1 1/8" Advantech, if you use a glue like this, you can eliminate the need for screws on your floors. I've been nailing my floors with a pneumatic nailer now for probably 5 or 6 years, and with this heavy floor set, and especially with this really strong glue like this, you're not going to need to go to screws. I've yet to get a callback or a squeak or any type of issue with my floors using this assemblies. Thanks for joining me, everybody. We'll see you next time.